Good evening, everyone. Oh, when I introduced myself earlier on, I thought there were a few party tables. What happened? Good evening. It is my pleasure to be here with you this evening. First, I want to congratulate you all because you did a wonderful job. When you're here at 93%, you're doing something absolutely wonderful. But I want to quote something, take a little piece from Sally Fields when she won the award. They like you. If you're in this room, your employees really, really like you. So you want to give yourself a round of applause just for that. It's one thing to get here. The other piece is how do you stay here? How do you become an employer of choice, not only this year, but next year, and make sure you actually have a table with your name on it for at least the next 10 years? Well, since our theme is picnic, and I'm from the beautiful island of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, I figured I'd take you on a little trip. So I want to tell you about a little picnic my family had this summer, and how what we learned during that picnic can help fortify your position as an employer of choice. See, my family is big. We have four of us, four brothers and sisters who went to this particular picnic, plus our sisters or their spouses, their kids, so a lot of people. And we went to a lake in Massachusetts. And when we got there, because my family got there first, I figured, I know exactly what I'm doing. I can pick the spot, I know exactly where to go, and I picked the spot. You all been to those kind of family picnics? Exactly. So I picked the spot, and I thought I had it good. And the others started coming. And when they got there, they were fine. And then my bossy brother shows up. He's the one who's a computer technician and knows everything. So he shows up and he immediately did not like my spot. And we started getting into those old childish arguments about, well, I came here first and I was the leader and I kept going on. And he goes, I don't like your spot. And then my sister, my older sister, as a peacemaker that she's always been, came in and said, okay, let's figure out where we can go, where's the better spot. And we found a much better spot because I thought my spot was good though. It had a nice path to the water. It had 2 picnic tables, and I thought it was a great place, but they said no. So we found a different spot, nice grassy place, overlooking the pond, making sure everybody can get to the water and back, and kind of sort of, my feelings were hurt, because then they went with his idea, and I'm not sure I like that, but we had the peacemaker in the family. And then we noticed that as we unpacked everything, each person in the family went immediately to doing what they were very good at. So we all have different tasks and talents that we're really excellent at. And we didn't wait for any instructions. We knew what we were good at, and we went about it immediately. And it was beautiful. The tent was set up, we had great food happening, and it was just a great time. And then after a while, we noticed the kids started running around. And we realized, okay, we need to have somebody make some changes here and make some changes there. And it took us a while to figure out that we were actually having fun and we weren't arguing with each other. And then even though we had switched positions from my spot to his spot, it was actually for the better. And I started thinking, since we have a picnic theme, what can we learn from that? Number one is this. As you look at where you are right now as an employer of choice, how do you fortify your position? One, I want you to think about self-leadership. We often think about leadership as somebody else's problem, or we're all trying to be leaders. But before you even get to the place of being an exceptional leader, the first thing is, how do you lead yourself? I sure could have used some of that tactics that day, because if my brother disagreed with me, I didn't like it. And as for those of you who are leaders because you started a company, sometimes our ideas are not the best. And it's important for us as we move forward with the new generation coming into the workplace, and as we look at new ideas, start by making sure you understand who you are and being open to listening to those around you. And then you can move on to figuring out, how do I motivate and get my team going? Number two, as we talk about what's necessary in order to continue to be a leader of choice, employer of choice, I want you to look at your people. See, in my family picnic, we knew who was good with food. We knew immediately who was going to take care of all the activities for the children. We knew who was going to be setting up. And that's important to know as an employer who wants to stay on top. You have to know, what are your people good at? Not necessarily because they've been in a position for years, but are they operating in their natural talent? And when you have employees who are operating in their natural talent, nobody else can compete with you. And that is critical. People who are in their natural talent, who are doing what they love, not only will love your organization even more, but they'll make sure each and every day when they get up, they're giving you 110% without question. Not because they love you only, but because they love what they do. And they want to transfer some of that energy and some of their expertise to you. And third, the one thing I learned is this about change. We had to move our spot. I wasn't too pleased, but the spot, the new one, was a whole lot better. And when we look at where we are in organizations, if you're here, you've weathered the economic storms we've had. It means that you're an expert at change. But to continue, it's important to know that change is not about competing with the person next door. It's not about making sure that you know what your competitors are doing. It's changing so you're constantly outdoing yourself and no one else, no other organization. So no matter what your competitors are doing, it doesn't really matter what they're doing. My question to you is, are you outdoing yourself? And are you bringing your A game each and every day? Not because you want to beat the guy next door, but because the people who you serve, your clients, the one who validates you every day with your business, reminds you that you are important. So my challenge to you is this. Are you leading yourself? Are you taking stock of who you are as a leader? And this leadership doesn't come with a title. It comes with action. It's not about a title. Number two, are you making sure that the people who work with you are in the best positions, in the positions that bring out their absolute excellence in what they do on a daily basis? And third, are you open to change? Because in the Caribbean, if you have one gas station, you might have to go about 10, 15 miles before you meet another one. America is the only place where you have 4 gas stations on the same intersection, and they're all making money. So my question to you is this. What are you doing, not only to be satisfied here, but to take it to the next level, and to constantly outdo yourself, because you recognize when you do, you're providing the utmost service to your clients. Thank you very much.